Welcome to Home Built Workshop. We're here to hang out. Hope you guys are doing awesome today. How are things going in your world? Things are going good here. I think we're good to go. What's up? What's up? We got a awesome day here. I think we're finally out of the wintry spring weather we've been having. It's been hot here the last few days, almost 90 degrees. Right now it's awesome, nice and cool, and we haven't gotten into the heat yet. So we're here to hang out, talk shop, talk life, talk stuff. What I want to know from you guys, what's on your workbench right now? What projects do you have going on? What kind of things are you working on? Welcome, welcome. What's up? Ow. Cool. All right. We don't even have coffee this morning. We got water because someone drank all the coffee. That's all right. Well, alrighty, guys. Well, let's see what's going on here at Home Built Workshop. Well, right now I am wrapping up the final things that I need to wrap up for the Great Guitar Build Off 2021. Pretty much all of the videos are done. The sound demo went up last Saturday, and this week I have my final build video going up, which is the overall, actually my official submission video, and that will be going up this weekend, and it's kind of an overall build for the whole process. So I'm pretty excited to get that up. I've just got a few things left to do, well, really just some pictures. I have to submit some final pictures for the Great Guitar Build Off. So I've got most of those taken. I just got to go through and choose the ones that I'm liking, and pretty much that'll be a wrap on my Great Guitar Build Off 2021. And I'm really excited to be wrapping everything up because it's time to get on to the projects, and yeah, looking forward to seeing how this whole thing plays out. Harry Dude's here. What's up? Harry Dude says getting colder here, but got some work coming in, so pretty happy. Right on. That is good. Glad you got work going. Sounds like things are going pretty good there. Picking back up. Right on, Harry Dude. Scott's here. Scott says, howdy. Howdy, Scott. How's things going in your world? Right on. Right on, guys. Yep, so like I was saying, Great Guitar Build Off stuff. Be on the lookout this weekend for the final full build video. Yeah, it's pretty excited. So, for those of you that are, if you're wondering at all, Great Guitar Build Off runs until June 30th. Everything has to be submitted for us by June 30th, and then the public voting starts. As far as I know, as of right now, July 1st through July 5th opens up to the public on the Great Guitar Build Off website. So yeah, be prepared to hit that up. Now Scott says, oh man, finally catching one of these. Right on. I'm glad you're able to make it. Welcome. Hair Dude says, saw the audio demo, sounded great. Yeah, I am super happy with the way that guitar sounds, and part of me wishes that I'd have made that a lefty so I could keep it, but but I didn't. And a huge shout out to my buddy Jesse. For those of you that have seen the audio demo, my buddy Jesse played the guitar for me. He's an awesome player, and we've played together in a cover band for several years, and he's pretty good. Like, he's really good. Scott says, doing well, need to get out in the shop. Scott says, whoa, Scott and Scott. Two Scotts. James is here. James, hello. What is going on, my friend? What's going on? I am about, since I've wrapped up the Great Guitar Build Off, it's now time that I get back on this cherry Dorian. I got to get back to spraying the finish. I'm going to try to work on that today getting the clear coat sprayed on this. I'm going to be doing the same Crystal-Lac clear coat that I did on the Great Guitar build-off build, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get this Dorian together because that one's mine. That's going to be cool. James says, not much. How you doing? I'm doing good. We are doing good. Kind of getting back on track around here after all the build-off stuff. Trying to get all that wrapped up. I wanted to make sure I had everything done ahead of time, so I've just been focusing on getting all that guitar build-off stuff done, and I'm glad to be wrapping that up. It's kind of a good feeling to have the final episode going up this weekend, and I don't have to worry about that. It's not going to be down to the wire or missing the deadline or anything like that. Apparently, they have that invitational build where they've invited a bunch of people to do builds, and apparently several of those people have not completed their build yet. So it's up the invitational contest. So they've extended the deadline to I don't know, like the 16th of June or something like that for the invitational. Ours, for us regular people, we still have till June 30th, but I'm glad to have everything wrapped up now. I don't have to worry about it. Timothy, hello from New Mexico. What is going on? Hello from your northern neighbor. Hello from Colorado. James, right on, my friend. Yeah, buddy. Dastardly Dave. Sup, all? Sup, Dave? What's going on? Another thing that I'm kind of working on, this is not really a project or anything, but I'm doing some testing some finishes and some techniques and stuff like that. This is just a test board that I glued up. I'm going to be spraying this with the same clear coat. Once I start spraying that cherry guitar body, I'm going to be spraying this one. We're going to do some tests, testing some grain filler. Nothing on here, so this is going to be bare wood. This one's grain filled. This one is bare wood with just some color. This one's wood with we got grain filler, then we got color, then we got a sealer, and then I'm going to clear over the whole thing and just see. Once it cures, we're going to buff it out, and I'm just testing and practicing some techniques and some methods, and stuff like that's good to do, just to get some practice in on some different methods and stuff like that. So it's another thing I'm working on. Not a big deal, but I wanted to get this done so that I can spray it hopefully this afternoon. So I like to test different methods and some different materials. I tried out a different sealer just to see if things work better or worse one way or another, what the differences are. So just kind of fun to just go in and test out some processes and things, and it's worth taking a little bit of time to practice with materials. I don't have it out here, so I'm going to be spraying like I did in the Great Guitar build-off build. I use Bright Tone for the guitar. That's what's going on the cherry guitar body as well as this test piece. So that's my plan for today and tomorrow, I think. Just to get that sprayed, to get that done so that it can cure. And yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to just kind of do a little bit of shop cleanup, get some things in order, use up some scraps. I've been trying to get things sorted out and organized, and I've got a collection of scraps and stuff that gotta use up for something. Probably gonna build like a cutting board. Gina's here. Howdy all. Harry Dude says, hey Gina. Hello and welcome to Wednesday. Right on, guys. So that is what's on my bench at the moment. Guitars and finish and spray guns, and well, it's still a bit of a mess, but it's better. All right. So probably after I get this guitar stuff done, it's going to be finally time to fire up the chainsaw mill and do a little bit of milling. So you can kind of look for that in the future. I'm not sure when that'll happen exactly, but I'm hoping to do that maybe next week. Get some milling done, or maybe this weekend even. I don't know. We'll see. Finally get this log out of my driveway. At least get it stacked and drying. Kind of excited to see what's inside that log. What it looks like once we get it slabbed up. Should be pretty cool. So what's going on in your guys' world? What projects do you have going? What's on your workbench? Mr. Doughboy's here. Mr. Doughboy, Jeff. What's up, man? What is going on? What are you working on today? Anything in particular? Right on. Mr. Doughboy says he's staying cool. We're kind of doing that too. At least in the afternoon. It's been getting pretty warm here. We've been getting about 90 degrees the last few days, and yeah, I think summer's here. Typically, our weather's so weird. Like, it'll drag out spring, and the cold just drags and drags, and then all of a sudden it just shoots right into summer. So I think that's where we are. I think spring has sprung. I think it's over with. I think we're in for the hot weather, at least for a while. Seems like June gets really hot, and it's typically like this, really. And we're right on track. Getting warm here for sure. Had to get the air conditioning fired up, and yeah, unfortunately, don't have any out here. But it stays fairly cool here in the shop, at least until evening or so. And once you hit evening, like the temperature really climbs, and I think that's because we got that western sun as it's getting lower in the sky, towards sunset. It just beats on the side of the house as well, and it just heats it up like an oven. But most of the day, it's pretty comfortable until evening, really. Mr. Doughboy says we usually don't get this hot here in Maine. Yeah, it's just weird weather. Just weird. Crazy. How hot have you been getting, and what is normal? Like, how hot does it typically get outside of right now? I've never been to Maine. Scott says, I recently got into guitar building after years of wanting. Finally found the shop to work in and used your router bit basics as a great reference. Right on. That's awesome. What kind of guitar are you building? That's awesome. Started building it. You're gonna not want to stop now. Mr. Doughboy, Sunday was 99. Woo! We haven't been that hot yet. I think we might have hit 92 a few days ago. That's pretty warm, 99. Rick's here. Rick says, Jeff, how you doing? Rick, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Hope things are going awesome in your world. Mr. Doughboy, 70s, low 80s, July and August. Wow, so yeah, you're 20 degrees above average, or above normal. Wow. Well, stay cool, my friend. Hopefully you have like a water nearby. I would go swimming or something. Scott says, solid body bolt-ons. Just finished a pair of base 6 types of my own design. That's awesome. Right on. I got a base in the works. I haven't started on it yet, and I haven't even finalized everything for it. But I will be building a base. Probably a couple, actually. I've got a few guitar projects lined up. I just have to work them in. None of them have a specific deadline at the moment. One of them is going to be kind of a wonky bass thing for a buddy of mine. I've got another bass that a friend of mine wants. Kind of a, not a replica, but based on a, who makes that? One of the designs, I think it was a Gibson bass. We'll be working on it at some point. And then I got my own. I'm working on designs for a bass for Haley guitars because I don't have a bass anymore. I had a right-handed one that I flipped upside down, but it was awkward. So I'm going to build my own bass. I've got my neck templates ready to go, but the body I'm still working out some kinks with. But yeah, I'm going to have to get on that here probably maybe later this summer. And they'll be like yours, Scott. They'll be solid body bolt-on necks. Yeah, probably at least 2 of them will be 4-string. I might do 5 myself. I haven't quite gotten that far yet. Rick says it's been hot out here in Cali. I imagine California to be hot all the time. Really, it just seems like that's the way it would be. I've only been to Cali once, and that was just to like basically the airport. But Gina says one of my coworkers wants your help getting his Strat hardware changed. We can do that. That shouldn't be hard at all. So yeah, we'll have to get more info on that, but we can do that. It's turning into Guitar Works around here. Well, Gina says that was our home. I know, but I was wasn't trying to divulge information, but oh well, it's all good. Anyway, that being said, guitar stuff. Not to change the subject or anything, but yeah. But I also had a guy get a hold of me the other day who lives local to me, who may want a custom guitar body done. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet or not, but we're still going back and forth. So, guitar stuff seems to be really picking up. So, I might spend a good portion of the summer and fall doing guitar things, which that's fine with me. I don't mind. Right on. Scott, that's awesome, man. If you get stuck or you need some help or anything, feel free to reach out and ask for help if you need anything. If anything I can assist you with. I'm excited for you, dude. It's awesome to build your own guitars and to be able to play them. Once when you're playing your instrument that you created, there's even if it's not completely perfect, right? Maybe you see some flaws in there or some things that you wished you could have got a little better. Don't let that stop you. The very first guitar body I built is one of my favorite guitars. I look at it now and it's not, there's things that maybe I should have taken more time on and I should have tried to do a little bit differently and maybe a little better. But overall, it's awesome and I really love the instrument. So don't sweat the small stuff, I think. As long as, you do the best that you can, and each one gets progressively better and better and better. So, don't let if there's a little something that you maybe notice after you get it done, don't worry about it. Just play that sucker. You can always go back too, and and rework certain things as you gain skills and gain knowledge and experience and all that, and just don't let a little something get you stuck. Scott says thanks. No problem, man. Rick says it gave your live a thumbs up. Right on. Thanks, Rick, and all you guys. If you enjoy these lives, hit that thumbs up button. Like, I don't know where it is on your screen, but it shows right there on this one. But right on. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys. I look forward to these lives every week. I've probably said it a bazillion times. It's just fun to be able to hang out with cool people and just talk about stuff, and sometimes it's shop projects, sometimes it's other stuff, but you know, everybody, we've got an awesome community, such a great group, and you know, I appreciate you guys. I really do. James says, I built a guitar 2 years ago, and it's definitely one of my favorite guitars I own. Yep, that's awesome. There's something to it, right? You've spent a lot of time and, you know, worked on a lot of parts and pieces and sanded for hours. And once you get it done and you play the instrument, it's so cool. And like I said, if you're trying to, you know, compare to, you know, maybe a factory made instrument, you know, you could nitpick them to death. I don't care how much care and time you put into it, but don't do that. Build the instrument, play the instrument, be proud of the instrument. And it is the coolest thing. Like for the audio demo for the Great Guitar Build-Off Dorian, that is the coolest part, I think, of the whole process. It is taking your instrument and actually hearing somebody play it. You know, it's one thing, for me anyway, I'm speaking for myself, you know, I can sit down and play the guitar and it's awesome and I love it. But being able to take that thing and when I hand it to somebody and they start playing on it and you actually get to hear what somebody else can do with that instrument, it's cool. It's really cool. And it's one of my favorite parts, you know, aside from the sanding. I'm kidding. Not really. I love being able to hear somebody play on an instrument that I built. It's cool. But yeah, being able to play your own is so cool. That's why I can't wait to get this Dorian done. I just can't wait because I want to play it. You know, and if you guys hadn't heard, so I know some of you guys have, but this is solid cherry, and this is some cherry that my grandpa had saved in his attic for like 30 years or something like that, and so I'm gonna use it. And it's not 100% perfect. You can see like there's some streaking and stuff in here. I don't care. He had saved it for something, I don't know what, and I was lucky enough to be able to get this and decided to build a guitar body out of it because I know this way it's going to live on for a really long time, and I'm going to get to play this, and you know, it's probably going to end up being one of my main guitars. I think one of my favorites. I really like it. Even though there was a little void in here, I had to fill. You know, even though the thing is not perfect, just the fact that I know this was my grandpa's piece of cherry, it's just cool. And the neck for it is also made out of solid cherry, not from the same board that my grandpa saved, but I did buy a piece of cherry to build the neck out of, and I can't wait to get this one done. I really can't. I think I've got everything to finish it. I just got to get the finish. I think I have all the parts to complete it. I just need to get the finish sprayed on there. It's got a couple of coats, light coats on there, and I just blocked it out yesterday to make sure that it's nice and smooth and flat. And we're gonna build on and probably throw on another 6 or 8 coats probably. I'm hoping between today and tomorrow, but I'm hoping I can get them all on today so that I can just hang it up, and I can't wait. He says, wow, that's so cool. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it works, you're good to go. Yep, exactly. You're absolutely right. You could spend a ton of time. You know, if I was building this for, I don't know, like if this was for maybe the client or something, and, you know, I might reconsider using wood with like some staining in there. But for me, it's character, which I really like. And it's from my grandpa's board. Scott says, fill that void with some Star Bond and keep it visible. It's the imperfections that make it perfect. That's exactly what it is. There's Star Bond in there, filled it in, and it's good to go. The front ones, Actually, that one I can still feel a little bit, so I probably do need to drop just a tiny bit more in there. But yeah, I filled it with some Star Bond, and I'm not trying to hide it. This isn't getting a stain. This is not getting a dye. It's getting an absolutely crystal clear coat, just like on the Great Guitar Build-Off guitar, and it's going to be perfect. Even the knot, I had to put a little bit of CA in the knot. The knot's not loose or anything, and it's only, I don't know if you can see it, it doesn't even go all the way up through. It's just basically a shallow. So, yeah, I'm really happy and excited, really, to get this thing together. I'm probably a little bit more excited about this than the build-off guitar for some reason. Probably because I can play this one. I can't really the other one. Rick, grandpas are the best. Yep. They are. They are. I'm glad to be able to have this piece of wood, and hopefully it's cool enough that my grandpa approves. So yeah, I think a lot of guitar projects coming up. Oh, another one I need to do. I need to make a new neck for one of my cigar box guitars that I made a while back. Really, because when I made it, it's I should have done it a little bit different. So it's got some flex in there, and it makes it kind of hard to play. So I'm going to be redoing that as well. It's another guitar project. Rick says, so you're not going to use a three-way switch on it for the pickup. I am on this one. So we got volume, tone, and then three-way switch. So that's what it'll get. Yep, nothing fancy. Just like I did on the Great Guitar Build-Off guitar. You know, just a three-way, no coil splitting or anything like that. For me, now I don't speak for everybody, I know, because everybody, has different preferences and things they like. I have a couple guitars with pickup with coil splitting. I thought it'd be cool. I thought I'd be able to use it for some cool single coil sounds. I never use it. I really don't. And half the time I bump the switch anyway, and when I don't intend to, so I'm not doing that on this one. Just keeping it simple. We'll have the bridge, neck, or both, and that's the way this one's going to go. And I guess if it comes down to it, and I find that I really do need that coil split, I can go back in and wire it in. But I like the simplicity of of just the three different options. Honestly, for me, the way I play and the style that I play, I could get away seriously with a guitar with one bridge pickup wired directly to the output jack. And I don't need any switches. I rarely use the neck pickup. It's almost always bridge, because mostly what I'm doing is rhythm stuff anyway. I'm not a lead, not a soloist or anything like that. That's my friend Jesse's job. And I hardly ever change the tone or change the volume. And maybe one time I'll build one like that where it's just, it's just the pickup straight to the jack and out to the amp, and that's it. Do any of you guys play guitar? Could you use an option like that? Super simple, no knobs, nothing. The only reason I'm doing it on this one really is because it looks cool, I think. Without it, it's just a pickup going to the jack. It'd take you like 2 minutes to wire it instead of, I don't know, an hour or something like that. But that's just me. I'm not saying that the other stuff doesn't have a use at all, because I do believe, 100% that it does. It just, for what I play, I could get by with a super simple setup like that. Yeah, Rick, LOL. Hair Dude says, I'm a two humbucker kind of player, and have tried the coil split and combine with super 5-way switches. Yeah, it's too many options. That's what I think. Even on a Strat, you know, I have a couple strats, and sometimes I'll do bridge in middle, but usually it's bridge. And you got all the different combinations and the different tones, and yeah, I'm like super simple. Like usually, if I need a different sound, I program that patch in my processor, or I'll have a separate pedal on there to get that sound, so I don't typically have to change too much on the guitar, really. Rick says, I have a guitar with a 5-way pickup configuration. I hate doing the wiring on it. Yuck. Yes, I definitely agree. I have replaced some of those 5-way switches before, and it gets really hard. If you buy one, maybe it's got one of those import switches where it's kind of like the rectangle with the little PCB tabs. I think those are the worst. And try to convert that to one of the good switches, you know, with the rounded. I don't even know what you call it, really, where the back is rounded instead of that big rectangle thing. Try to convert that and get all the tabs wired correctly. In a left-handed guitar, because all the wiring diagrams you look at are right-handed, so you have to like flip, and it's that was probably one of the worst ones, and it sounded simple. Oh, we just need to take this switch out and wire in the new one. Yeah, they weren't the same, and then it was left-handed, so the wiring diagram was all backwards and jacked up. One thing I didn't think of until just now. I think next time I wire a left-handed guitar, I'm going to take the picture on the computer and mirror it. I wonder if that would help. I might have to try that. Rick, wow. That's what I said. I thought it was going to be easy. And it was just a simple switch replacement. It probably wouldn't have been so bad if I'd have, you know, bought the same kind of import 5-way switch. Then it would have just been tab to tab, or, you know, terminal to terminal. But no, I thought, oh, I'm going to upgrade this to an actual good quality switch instead of this import thing. And yeah, I got it done. I mean, it just took quite a while and a few wrong connections and unsoldered things and switch wires, but yeah. But it's projects like that, though, that we learn, right? I mean, you don't know until you tackle the hard project. But then you know, there's always stuff you take away from that stuff. So, you know, I'm not saying that it's never worth upgrading the switch. I do believe it is. It's just when I went into that quick little switch replacement, I didn't spend enough time checking everything before I started unsoldering wires. And, you know, that was kind of a lesson right there. Make sure you know where things are going to go before you start disconnecting stuff. But this one, for the 3-way switch on that, it's just your standard, I don't know, I guess Gibson style switch. You know, not a Strat kind of switch or anything, just your normal 3-way switch. It's a USA switch, so good quality. It's going to get CTS pots, switchcraft jack, almost identical hardware to the Great Guitar Build-Off guitar, with the exception for pickups. This one's getting some special pickups. Well, what I'm calling special, but since I have a cream binding, the pickups are going to be cream, and they're a set of bare knuckle pickups, which I'm super excited to try out. Well, not that I've tried them before, but I'm super excited to have in one of my own instruments. Harry Dude, I have been using dual humbuckers with a 5-way. One tone control on the middle position. Join the neck humbucker to the middle position also. Really? Dual humbuckers with a 5-way. One. So in the middle position, it goes to one of the tone controls. I'm trying to understand. I'm working through that. Join the neck humbucker to the middle position. Interesting. I'm trying to wrap my head around that. Can you go farther into details on that? So all the way back you have your bridge. And does the bridge have its own tone control? What is your second position up, middle position, neck to the middle? What is your fourth position before you get to neck? That's interesting. Tone control in the middle. Huh. There are so many ways that you can wire a guitar and different options. It's absolutely it's kind of cool, really. If you use a lot of that different stuff, there's so many things you can do. Kind of make sure this thing's on quiet here. But Harry, dude, I'd like to hear more of how you do that. I haven't done, well, I do have, let's see, I shouldn't say that. I have two guitars that I went kind of crazy on just trying out stuff when I was really starting to get into, taking care of my own guitars. This is probably, oh man, it's probably 15 years ago I did some of this stuff. 15, 16 years ago. Experimenting with, I've got auxiliary switches on a couple. Basically it just switches to different tone caps so I can play around with that. Honestly, most of that stuff I didn't end up using. Like, I thought it was cool because I was getting all these different sound options and switching abilities. Yeah. I didn't end up using it, and I just stuck with, the bridge position wide open most of the time. All right, so Harry Dude says 1 is bridge with no tone. Oh, so it's straight through. Okay. 2 is bridge and neck with a tone. 3 is just the neck with the tone. Okay. 4 is the neck with a tone. Neck with no tone. Interesting. So how have you found that something like that is useful for you, like for gigs and stuff? Is there do you switch your tone in and out for different songs and things? I can see where having the tone out of the circuit would help. Especially the bridge with no tone. It's just straight through, which is kind of cool. And then you switch in your tones in and out for you. That's a pretty cool way to do it. Rick says, shouldn't the middle position turn on all the pickups? I guess it depends. Yeah, it depends on how you want it wired, really. For a standard, right? Normal. We don't want to be normal, do we? Normal 3-way wiring or even a 5-way wiring. Normally, yes, think of a Strat, right? Your bridge pickup, bridge and neck, bridge, bridge and middle, neck is normal. Or a 3-way bridge and neck. And that's how I'm going to be wiring this one. But like Harry Dude said, I mean, there's tons of other ways you can do it. Like you're cutting the tone in and out, and it's pretty cool. There is, Harry Dude, do you use that super switch? If you guys haven't heard of it, there's this thing called the super switch, and it's got 20 terminals or something like that on there. Is that a 7 position or is that a 5 position? I can't remember. But there's so many options that you can, if you get into this thing, I don't even know what they all do, honestly. But I know there's a lot. There is a lot of ways that you can wire one of those super switches to do different things. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, like you said, Rick, it depends. And it depends on how you want it. It depends on how the player wants it. Or, you're going to customize it to what works for you. But you are correct that normally, the middle position is going to be the middle pickup, say on a Strat, or it's going to be the neck and bridge. Giovanni's here. Ciao, Giovanni. Here, Dude says, gives me a more mellow tone out of the neck humbucker without having to remember where to set the tone control on the fly. That is cool. You could also, another way you could do that, I guess, if you knew what resistance you wanted, you could, wire in different pots. So, I mean, that's just another crazy way to make your head spin with wiring. not pots, different caps, right? Different value caps for different positions. That'd be kind of crazy. Rick says 20. I don't know if it's exactly 20, but there's a lot of terminals. I won't do that anymore because it messed up our signal. Zach says, gigs are always so high energy, I get lost in all the options. I'm currently building one with a bridge humbucker and a volume pot. Simple for me. I like it. Yes. I could take it one step further with no volume pot and be completely fine. I almost always have a volume pedal on my pedal board or on my footboard, whatever I happen to be using. So I hit that at the end of everything, and I don't even need the volume control on the guitar. But yes, you're right. You know, the gigs, especially what I've found anyway, especially like in a cover band kind of situation where you may have a ton of different songs, maybe different genres, different sounds that you're going for. It is really hard to remember, okay, the first song I got to switch it here, the tone control. The second song I got to crank it up and I got to switch it here, and then I got to use this pedal, and if I don't have to mess with that on the guitar, I really don't want to do it. So Zach, I'm with you. Keep it simple. I use pedals or my processor for most of the sounds anyway. Harry Dude says Super Switch is a 5-position with 4 separate poles. It doesn't combine positions like a standard 5-way. 24 terminals. There it is. It's a lot. It is a ton of terminals. I don't even think I've wired one. I don't have any instruments with a Super Switch in there just because, well, it's way more options than I think I will ever need. Rick says, cool, Zach. Harry Dude says, use them a couple times, can get interesting results, splitting humbuckers, combining coils from neck and bridge, etc. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With that thing, there's so many options. And do they make a 7-position as well of the Super Switch? Or is that just the standard kind of switch? I'm certain there's a 7-position, but I could be wrong. It's crazy. Rick, wow, Harry Dude. Yeah. I'm telling you. You want to make your head spin, try to figure out all the different things you can do with a Super Switch. Whoa, almost fell off the stool. It's Rick. LOL. If me fall off and bust my head, that's all I need. I'll be bleeding. I don't think we need that. But that's one of the cool things about, I don't know, building a guitar or at least working on your own guitars. You can customize them to the, to the moon and back, to however you want it. And there are plenty of players. I'm sure you guys have seen the ones, where somebody's built an instrument and it's got, a ton of mini toggle switches on there for different things. I'm like, I can't even imagine trying to wire something like that. A lot of basses, I think, have a lot of stuff on there. Different switches for the coils and things, and I haven't even got into that yet. I was talking earlier about building some basses. I don't even have the slightest clue yet when I get there of how I want to wire it. KK says, I'm back. Welcome, my friend. Welcome back. How are things over there on the other side of the Atlantic? I hope you're doing good. Right on. KK says, hello everybody. I missed you people. We missed you too, man. Glad you're back. Glad you're able to tune in. Scott says, bass with passive pickups really only needs a volume control, but that's just me. I would agree. I don't play a whole lot of bass, but I've played a little bit, and I'm nowhere near a bass player. I just, would fill in for a song once in a while. And yeah, I don't need a tone. I just want it wide open with with a volume, just like guitar, really. But again, I'm not a bass player, so my apologies to bass players. To each their own, right? Everybody plays different. Everybody has a different style. Everybody has different needs and wants and options. I like as little options as necessary. Harry Dude says simplest bass wiring, volume per pickup, and a master tone. That's probably the way I would go. The guitar body that I built. Well, I talked about it earlier. Not the wiring, but I wired it up like, kind of like that. It has a master tone and it has 2 volumes. No, I don't think I put a tone control on it. I did a switch. Wow, it's been a while since I played this one. 3-way and 2 volumes, separate. And since one issue I ran into with that one was that the neck pickup is so weak compared to the really hot humbucker that I have in the bridge. When I try to start blending, it doesn't do a whole lot. But yeah, it's kind of a weird option on a guitar. I thought it was going to be cool and pretty useful, and it does work. I don't know if it's because I have such a wide imbalance in pickup outputs that it didn't work as well. I put a really good humbucker in there, really hot Seymour Duncan humbucker in the bridge, and the neck has just got, I don't know, like some leftover Squire Telly pickup, like super weak. So I don't know if that's why I have some weird imbalances when I start rolling the volumes in and out. Maybe I got a wiring messed up. I should go in there and check it out. Rick says, I'm out of here. It was great to chat with you, Jeff. Take care and be safe. Right on, Rick. Thanks for stopping in, man. Stay safe, stay well, have a great week, too. Harry Dude says, cheers, Rick. Oh, Rick says, be safe, all. You stay safe, too, Rick. Right on. Harry Dude, for bass, for that wiring. I'm thinking I like a passive. No, I was gonna say active. I kind of like an active pickup setup for bass. And I don't know. Do you have any options, or what are your preferences? Active, passive? I'm not sure. I've played both. I've never personally owned an active pickup, but I like the better output. If that makes sense. I don't like the 9-volt battery. You always have to make sure you have a spare on you. Seems like it always dies right when you don't want it to. KK, love from Greece. We are fine. God bless all of you, brothers in USA. I'm steady as you know, Jeff. And now, I'm enjoying your live. Right on. How's your studies going? Everything going A-okay? Doing great? Right on, my friend. Right on. Oh, I know what I was going to... I didn't bring it out. Making sawdust. Says, hello, Jeff. I've been here listening, but I'm down in the dungeon, working and listening. Right on, man. How's things going? How you guys doing up there to the north? Burnaby, good morning, everybody. What's up? What's up? Harry Dude says, go for an AMG P-Bass set. Comes with solderless wiring and pots. Click together easily. Got a set in my Yamaha bass, and they're cool. Battery lasts for ages. Just unplug it when not in use. Nice. I'm gonna consider that one, because at the moment I don't know yet. I don't have templates made up for for a certain pickup or, arrangement or anything like that. I'm just kind of putting some feelers out there. KK says study is okay. I have 3,700 pages to read. That's a lot of pages. You got this, man. You can do it. I know you got it. Sounds like a lot, but you know what? It's one page at a time. Just keep on cruising. Making sawdust. Things up here are a blistery hot day. 96 yesterday and crazy windy. I think we hit 90 here yesterday. It's been getting pretty warm, and we had a little bit of wind. Not like in the evening, but it's getting there. I think we're done with winter finally. Harry Dude, for passives, Dunkin' Quarter Pound are popular. Never had them though. I just remember reading about those on the Dunkin' site. I don't know. I'm not sure. It says P-base routes are very inconsistent. Found that out when doing pig guards for bases. Doesn't seem to be any standard size and spacing like Strat single coils. Really? Huh. Yes, that sounds like it could be a pain. You never know what you're going to get. Really? Come on. I think they can do better than that. Making sawdust, we had 2 weeks of spring. Yeah, that's about all we had. And that's, the last few years, it seems like, it's cold, 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 cold. And then there's like a tiny little bit of spring, but still winter, kind of. And then, boom, right into summer. And this year is no different. KK says, I hope, Jeff, politics, science is a very hard situation. Thank you so much. I know you can do it. I have faith in you, my friend. You got this. Just keep at it. Don't give up. You got it. I'd say I could, let me know if you need a hand, but I don't think I'd be able to help you with that. So I'll just encourage you. You can do it. KK, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, man. All right. Yeah, we got some time yet. Burnaby says, I can't wait for winter. We are in triple digits plus high humidity, and the dog days aren't even here yet. Woo! Well, yeah, we haven't hit triple digits here yet, thankfully. It's not out of the question, though. We just do what we can to stay cool as best as possible. It doesn't always happen, but Scott says, I really appreciate your positive attitude. Well, thanks, Scott. And, I just, I try not to look at, I don't know. I don't want to focus. There's no way I can focus or bring the, like the negative, like elevate the negative stuff, because what good does it do me and you guys? It doesn't do anything, right? Except brings us down. And who wants to be, sky's falling or whatever, for whatever the situation. And I don't think anything's that bad. I guess I just have maybe a little bit different outlook. And if I can share that outlook with you guys, then that's a good thing. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Scott. And we got about 5 minutes or so left, guys. Anything that you want to chat about real quick? I do want to throw out there, before we wrap this up, because I don't think... Wait, we might have one more live before the Great Guitar Build. like I said at the beginning of this, it wraps up June 30th, and then the public voting, which is you guys, starts from July 1st through July 5th. So make sure you go on to the Great Guitar Build-Off website on July 1st through the 5th. Cast your vote. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. They're still doing some updates to the Great Guitar Build-Off page, but I encourage all of you guys, go in there and vote for your favorites. And I don't know if you can vote for multiples. I don't know how any of that works yet, but make sure you go in there, look through the list of contestants, cast a vote, and it's going to be fun. I'm so excited to have been a part of this, and thank you guys for encouraging me to join it this year. I'm really glad. I'm already thinking in my head what we're going to do for next year, if they have one next year, and it's been an awesome thing to be a part of. And but I do encourage you guys, go in there July 1st, and I'll post more information as well. But as of right now, the 1st to the 5th of July is when the voting is going to happen. And then once that voting wraps up, they're going to take the top 10 in both the scratch build and the kit build categories, and those top 10 go to the judges, and they have their own panel of judges, and then those judges will determine the winners from there. So make sure you vote for somebody. It's been a fun thing, man. You go on YouTube and you look up Great Guitar Build Off. There's hundreds and hundreds of videos. It's crazy. And be on the lookout this weekend for my final Great Guitar Build Off entry video. I'm excited to have it wrapped up, really. It's nice to not be under the gun and, you know, possibly missing out because I didn't get it done. So that was my goal. Get it done early. Right on, guys. So that's that for the Great Guitar Build Off. We're almost completely done. I think that's it. We're coming up on the hour. I think we can finally stick a fork in this one because it's time to wrap this one up. Get on with some other things. I got some spraying to get started on, and yeah. What? Geniuses people are what? What? Snacking their gums together? So I can't hear anything. I don't know what that means. Somebody eating like chips next to you? Anyway, Gina says, have a good day all. Harry Dude says, good chatting with you as always. Stay well, everyone. Catch you all next week. KK says, it's really nice to see you, Jeff. Be safe, all of you. God bless us people. Burnaby, take care, Gina. Right on, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Always a pleasure. Always my pleasure to hang out with you. And again, be on the lookout this weekend. Great Guitar Build Off wrap-up video. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. It's been a fun one. I look forward to hanging out with you guys next week. I hope you all stay safe, stay well, and have an awesome week. Stay cool if it's hot in your area, and try to stay warm, Harry Dude, if it's getting cold down that way. Burnaby says, hope to catch the show next week. Right on, Burnaby. I hope you can too. Remember, next week we still alternate. So YouTube this week, next week will be over on Facebook if you can turn it over there. Cool. If not, we'll be back here on YouTube in 2 weeks. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.